Okay. Round two, we're on the draw. This is definitely a keepable hand. I like the Brindle show with an elephant guide it's pretty filthy. Uh-oh. Blue bounces though. What am I gonna do about those mana wars? Alright, so now I've got a better plan. The old Dream Pod Druid into Elephant Guide. Another green-blue madness deck of some sort? Perhaps? It's a possibility. I was expecting the Elephant Guide, and I was like, whoa, 6 of them were opened? Oh. Well, I guess at least it's a land. Drop the Shoat. And yeah, we can get in for 2 here. He's going to get a 3-3, but we'll get that guy off the board, and then we can block with our own Brindle Shoat. Or if not, we'll just Elephant Guide up our Dream Pod Druid and get past this boar. Foil boar. Little wild mongrel. Pretty good. Okay, so I think we Elephant Guide up the Dream Pod Druid. And then if I swing and he slams an Arrogant Worm, I guess he can double block. So let's just chill on that. Let's chill on our team once we Elephant Guide up here. Although then I have to worry about bounce effects. Alright, let me think about this. I swing with Dream Pod Druid. He discards Arrogant Worm or Root Wallow. This becomes 3-3. Double blocks. I kill Arrogant Worm. I get a 3-3. But then I don't get my 1/1s. I'll still do it. Well, hmm, 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 hmm. He bounces that Dream Pod Druid, I'm going to be pretty mad, so I think we just attack. Alright. Alright. At that point, I'm a little bit more okay. Alright. I don't know why he didn't double block, but maybe he doesn't care. If he has the Mana War, then it makes perfect sense why he didn't double block. Yeah, I think he does. Oh, well, Croson Tusker. It's not as debilitating. Ugh, maybe it's Mana War now. No? Post-combat Mana War? I just sensed the Mana War coming. Um, I'll go for the tradesies here. Didn't really lose all that much. Okay. Get our Saproling. Kind of don't want to put all my eggs in one basket here. If that makes sense. He can double block and discard though, which is a problem. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit concerned about double elephant guiding here. There's so many blue effects. I feel like I think if he'd had it, he would have done it. That's kind of the impression I'm getting. So I guess we'll elephant guide. Not thrilled about it. I could, he's going to double block though. Yeah, I think he's kind of putting me in a position where I either stay back or drop the guide, but I'm just going to go guide. We're going deep. Choking tethers is more acceptable than a bounce spell. Wow, that was an impressive hand. And we got an Arrogant Worm out of this draft too. It's pretty surprising. All right. I'm going to leave him with the Mongrel if that's how he's going to block. Because I could make him discard another. I guess he'd have to discard 2 cards, wouldn't he, to keep his Mongrel alive. So I guess maybe it is better to do these 2. We're going to end up with so much value out of this. So if we kill the Mongrel, and if he discards 2 cards to keep his Mongrel, then I'm feeling fine as well. So actually we want to do that one first, then the Mongrel, then the Boar. Although, I mean, this is his Madness Enabler, but he's already gotten his 2 Arrogant Worms. Maybe I'm less concerned about the Mongrel now. I'd rather just get more power off the board. Yeah, I like that. Because then the elephants that I get or whatever aren't going to be able to be successfully blocked efficiently by the Mongrel. Alright, give me my elephants. And then we'll pass. It's a pretty big dude. It's not yet an emergency though, because we have a million auras in this deck. So it's still not Time Twister time, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I guess we're just chilling out for a little bit here. Building the old Simian Grunt army up at some point. Yeah, that's not a big deal, I don't think. Yeah, it's a much less big deal now. Alright, let's guide up our one of our elephants. Go ahead and get in there. Alright, kill the aberration. Get another elephant. Pass the turn. No madness value, that's good. What do we got? Scrivener, bringing back Power Sync, or Frantic Search. Probably Power Sync, right? No, Frantic Search. Interesting. Here's our 5th land. Alright. Let's go ahead and bash in some elephants. Kill the Mongrel this time. Follow up with Arrogant Worm of our own. Could do the Grizzly Fate as well, but we don't quite have Threshold yet. So I'm going to wait for that. Haven't seen any bounce spells out of our opponent yet, which is kind of nice. Ooh, a little deep analysis. A little extra value. Getting his card draw on. No plays. Ooh. Aether Mutation's pretty sexy. Does it convert mana cost too? Wow. So I guess I could bounce his Scrivener. He could get back his Frantic Search again, but he'd have to tap out to do it. I get 5 dudes, right? And I get to attack for 8. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Plus it gives us threshold for next turn. I'm going to give him his Scrivener back. Alright. So we've got threshold now. The Grisly Fate, it's better. I didn't know that guy was in this format. That guy seems really good. I'd still say we're in pretty good shape though. So I'll drop the old Grisly Fate and get a trillion dudes. Alright. So, Sylvos, Rogue Elemental. That guy seems insane. 8 power, regen, trample, 6 mana. It's a pretty efficient cost. I would have liked him in here. Slap a couple elephant guides on him. Seems unnecessary, but very, very Timmy. I like these bear token pictures too. The last thing a poacher in the Croson Forest hears is the brutal sound of claws tearing flesh. Is that the Grisly Fate? That's weird. Where did that flavor text come from? Okay, blue-green like us. Bounce not that good against him. Counterspell's not bad though. But do I even want to play it? He didn't play any bounce against us once again, so our elephant guides seem a little bit better. Could do a jungle worm because he's a fatty who can block arrogant worm all day. But Aether Mutation still seems very, very good. I guess Simian Grunts doesn't seem as good against him. Because he's right. I mean, he does have the Brindle Shoat, I guess, but I could see cutting a Simian Grunt for a Jungle Worm because he's got 2 Arrogant Worms, and the Jungle Worm is a much better defensive trump than the Simian Grunt is. Let's do that. I'm going to make 1 swap that way. And the rest is fine, I think. I still think I can beat his Sylvos guy, I think. I don't like bounce as much in this match, or even putting on top. I guess putting on top is pretty good, but I think we'll keep it like this. No green source in this hand, but we do have the Owl Familiar, which kind of makes me want to keep it, so I'm going to keep. Especially if we're on the draw. I don't think it's that dangerous. Not after drawing that. So we get to go Owl Familiar into Elephant Guide, which is fantastic. Double Elephant Guide. Alright, I think we're just on Elephant Guide race plan at this point. Let's dump the Jungle Worm. Yeah, let's dump the Jungle Worm. Alright, he got the ideal play, which isn't good news, but can I still race is the actual question. Next turn he's dealing at least 6. I'm cracking in for 4, followed by... guess we might have to get defensive here. If I knew I was getting a land every turn, I could Ether Mutation eventually, but... So I can deal 4, 7, 10. So that's lethal in... I think not quick enough. I can play Elephant Guide, crack in for... I play Elephant Guide, crack in for 4, he goes to 16, then he goes to 9, then he's dead the next turn with the third one. But in the meantime, he's cracking in for 18 at least, so no, it's not enough. I think I do Elephant Guide, Familiar, stay back, and then I can block the Arrogant Worm. So I presume he's got some sort of bounce effect. I don't know why I'd stay back otherwise. So I think I play land, and we'll get our Dream Pod Druid out there. And I'll pass. Right. I think he's probably working towards Sylvos, likely. No attacks. Interesting. Second Dream Pod Druid. Let's play... Smash in with the Owl Familiar. Actually, no, I guess that's dangerous too, isn't it? Because now if he counterspells, he can crack back. So I guess we don't. And well, let's get an Aven out there then. Because he does have counterspell. There's no reason he would leave up all his mana if he doesn't have counterspell. So let's do Aven. Just get another flyer out there. Let's play the Elephant Guide on the Dream Pod Druid now. Now I'm just confused. Oh. Okay. Oh, I should have played Dream Pod Druid, my bad. Getting back Tangle. Alright. Well, let's get that tangle out of his hand, I guess. He doesn't even have to use it here, but I'm going to Aether Mutation his Arrogant Worm at least. Alright. I just want to get the army on the board here. So we'll Aether Mutation his Worm. Although, I guess we don't even have to, do we? Let's just drop a Dream Pod Druid and Elephant Guide it. And we're just spitting out Saprolings. Brindleshote. More guys. Let's just go on the flyer plan at this point. So if I mutation the worm, he'll still get it at end of turn, but we net 5 more Saprolings. That's probably the difference between lethal and non-lethal. So at this point, I think I'm down. I'm going to play my Mox, though, just in case he's got... Well, I guess if he has Power Sink, he can counter it either way. Let's do it anyway. And then at the end of his turn, we can get a Root Walla as well. Basically, I just got 5 Saprolings for the... Basically, it was like playing Aether Mutation as getting 5 Saprolings, which is fine. Sylvos. Mind Sculptor. Yeah, that's not going to do it. It's pretty good, though. Looks like 2 people can play this Madness game. Oh, I have to bounce him to do that. Oops. Did not realize. Cycle. So he's going to take at least 4. He's got 4 blockers. Blocks our biggest dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's definitely lethal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Still lethal. Just lethal. So I did kind of screw up bouncing the Skywing Aven to my hand, but ultimately it didn't cost us the game, so that's good. And our opponent got a Jace, so he should be happy. Okay, round 3.